Get ready with me for day 5 of my Pilates challenge and then a casual work from home day. I really want to be comfy today, so I'm going to go with my new Steady State set from Lululemon. I went for the matching hoodie and sweats. I love layering them over workout clothes, especially for early morning classes. The fabric, I believe it's called Superloft, is so soft on the outside and fleecy on the inside. Obsessed. Anyway, that's the vibe for today. See you next time. Shop the new Steady State Superloft now at lululemon.com.
When you want your spring break to feel like... and your kids' pool day to feel like... and your hotel bed to feel like... ooh, and room service to feel like... because at Hilton, hospitality feels like...
Your cabana's ready. Would you like fresh towels?
it matters where you stay. Book now at Hilton.com. Hilton, for the stay.
Hello and welcome to I Talk to Ghosts. I'm your resident medium, Jennifer. Thank you for joining me tonight in the Spirit Parlor. As always, your favorite seat is waiting for you in the candlelight. Tonight, we're talking about spirit guides, one of the most commonly mentioned and sometimes confusing concepts of the spiritual world. Almost everyone has heard the term spirit guide. But what does that actually mean? Are they ancestors, angels, random spirits assigned to you at birth? Are they constantly talking and we're just not listening? And how do you tell the difference between guidance and your own thoughts? More importantly, what role do spirit guides really play in your life? And how can you actually communicate with them in a way that feels grounded, safe, and real? That's what we're exploring tonight. First off, what are spirit guides? Well, at their core, spirit guides are non-physical consciousnesses that assist you from outside the human experience. They are not here to live your life for you. They are not here to control your choices. And they are definitely not here to interfere with free will.
Think of them more like energetic companions, mentors, or navigators, beings who can see the wider map while you're walking down the path, one step at a time. Spirit guides can include guides who have never been human, ancestors or loved ones who continue to assist you, teachers or guardians aligned with specific life themes, and guides who work with you for a season or for a lifetime. You usually don't have just one.
And they don't all do the same thing. Some guides focus on protection, some on creativity, some on healing, some on spiritual awakening. Some simply hold space while you learn. So, from there, what is their role in your life? Here's the part that often surprises people. Spirit guides don't prevent pain. They don't stop lessons, and they don't erase hardship. Their role is alignment. Spirit guides gently nudge you toward growth, help you recognize opportunities, support you when you choose change, assist when you consciously ask, mirror truths you're ready to see. They often speak quietly because shouting would override your sovereignty. You have free will.
If you've ever had a strong feeling not to go somewhere, repeatedly seen signs pointing in the same direction, felt supported during a dark period without knowing why, or suddenly gained clarity after asking for help, you were likely already communicating with your guides.
Which brings us to the most important part. How does your spirit guide or guides communicate with you? Spirit guides do not usually appear in dramatic visions or booming voices. That expectation alone blocks communication. They speak through subtle sensations, intuition, repetition, emotion, synchronicity, inner knowing. Communication happens through your awareness, not outside of it. So let's talk about 5 key ways you can intentionally communicate with your spirit guides. 1. Ask clearly and out loud. This sounds simple, but it's the most overlooked step. Spirit guides respect consent and free will. They don't interfere unless invited. You don't need a ritual. You don't need special words. Just say, I invite my spirit guides to communicate with me in a way I can understand. Out loud is powerful because it anchors the intention into the physical world.
You can also ask specific questions, such as, please guide me towards what serves my highest good. Help me see what's missing. Send clarity around this decision.
Then, this part matters. Release the expectation of how the answer will come. From there, practice the elusive art of stillness and calm. Spirit guides communicate best when the nervous system is quiet.
Well, as quiet as you can manage. At least don't expect to hear subtle responses if your nervous system is currently wired and in overdrive. You don't need deep meditation. You just need to pause. So if you're looking to receive, do sit quietly. Breathe. Let your thoughts settle instead of chasing them.
Guidance often arrives in the space between thoughts. It might be a gentle image, a sudden knowing, a word or phrase, a feeling of yes or no in the body.
But don't panic if you're panicked. If your mind is loud, guidance will wait patiently.
I think spirit guides understand where you are at in any moment, and they understand the life that surrounds you. They won't judge or reject you if you can't pick up the phone to answer at the moment. Know that your spirit guide will always want to support you. Let's talk about signs and synchronicities. Spirit guides love patterns. Repeating numbers, songs that answer your question, the same phrase appearing in different places, objects showing up at the right moment. If you ask for guidance and then notice repetition, acknowledge it. I see this. Thank you. Acknowledgement strengthens the communication channel. I can't stress this enough. If you want to have a relationship with your guides, lean into the interaction. Again, your guide won't judge you or feel disappointed if you question and work through your faith. But if you honestly do want to cultivate this connection, then it will require exploration with an open heart and open mind. Dismissal and doubt are not the right energy, but maybe that's hard for your analytical brain to surrender to. So maybe first try dream work. Dreams are one of the clearest ways guides communicate because the ego is quiet when we sleep. As you settle in for the night with your head on your pillow, say, I invite guidance in my dreams tonight. You may not get a literal message. Instead, you might receive symbols, emotions, themes, conversations that linger after waking. Keep a notebook nearby. Even fragments matter. Spirit communication doesn't always come in full sentences. It can in impressions. Want a little extra vibrational push? Tuck a piece of celestite under your pillow, or crystals like amethyst and labradorite are known to facilitate communication, while herbs such as lavender and eucalyptus can help cleanse your space and promote spiritual awareness. However you communicate by dream or otherwise, trust your first knowing.
So this is one of the most important points to remember, but also one of the more difficult to accept. Spirit guidance is subtle and it can be immediate. It often arrives as the first thought before doubt, a gut feeling, a quiet internal yes or no, or a gentle pull towards something.
The mind rushes in afterward to analyze, question, or dismiss it. Guides don't argue, they don't explain endlessly, they don't push. If you constantly second guess, communication fades, not as punishment, but because you're no longer listening. Trust builds the bridge. So, what are some unique and creative ways to explore communicating with your spirit guides? Guidance doesn't only arrive in silence. Sometimes it speaks through play, symbolism, and curiosity.
Try some of these symbol techniques. Reach outside your comfort zone. This is spirit work, after all, and the unknown can be a little uncomfortable. That can really mean you're in the right space.
1. Automatic writing. Sit with a pen and paper. Ask a single question. Write without planning, censoring, or rereading. Do not try to channel. Do not push for answers. Let the hand move as thoughts drift. Automatic writing can often be a weird one to get the feel for. I wouldn't expect you to go into a trance and not even be conscious that you are writing. It's more like connecting with a flow. Each word inspires the next, and you will feel conscious, but beautifully led in your writing.
This next technique is a fun one. It's called object dialogue. Choose a small object like a ring, a key, a stone, or a coin, and hold it while you ask your question. Then notice any temperature changes, weight, emotional shifts, or images or words that arise. Objects act as focus points, not sources. They quiet the mind so guidance can slip through. Also experiment with symbol selection. Instead of asking for words, ask for symbols. Animals, shapes, repeating imagery, or unexpected visuals. Symbols bypass logic and speak directly to intuition.
Or you can try to communicate by tapping into music. Ask your guides a question, then play music on shuffle. Notice lyrics that answer directly, emotional reactions, sudden clarity, repeated songs. Music moves through emotion faster than thought, and guides love using it. Creative trance. Draw, paint, collage, sculpt. You don't need to be an artist to try this next one. Don't aim for meaning or beauty. Ask for guidance before you begin. Let your hands lead. And remember this as you create. The message isn't always the artwork. It can be what you feel while creating. And finally, to chat with your guides, you can try walking questions. Ask a question before a walk. Don't think about it while moving. Notice what catches your attention. Overheard words, signs, sudden thoughts, a change in direction. Movement shifts awareness and opens subtle channels. Just remember, creative communication works because it removes pressure. Spirit guides don't need perfection. If it feels playful, gentle, or strangely natural, you're probably listening.
Before we close for the evening, I thought it would be important to discuss what spirit guides are not. Spirit guides are not authority figures, infallible gods. They're not replacements for discernment, and they're never voices that demand fear or urgency. True guidance feels calm, neutral, loving, or expansive, even when challenging. Anything that feels panicked, controlling, or degrading is not guidance.
So, what do you think? Do you already have an established relationship with a guide? Have you had experiences in the past? Are you new to this and curious, excited, and maybe a little nervous to start? I hope this episode has given you some thoughts to ponder and a few ideas to explore. Just remember, spirit guides aren't distant. They aren't hidden. They aren't reserved for the gifted. They're already around you, waiting for acknowledgement, consent, and trust. Communication isn't about effort. It's about awareness. So tonight, as you leave the spirit parlor, try this. Ask one simple question. Then listen, not with your ears, but with your being. You may be surprised how much has been speaking to you all along. Thank you for being with me tonight in the spirit parlor. Until next time, take care.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide, plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.